Oh.
No, I got it, I got it. Welcome back, or welcome to my channel. Today's video is going to be vlog style almost. We're doing a special Mother's Day video. This is going up the day before Mother's Day, obviously. And today we are with Mama Dukes. We're gonna cook for you guys. Well, mom's really gonna cook for you. I'm just gonna watch and then eat it. But we're gonna cook for you guys today, and we're making lasagna.
Yeah.
So we're gonna take you to the store with us, get a little vlog action, and then when we're ready to cook, we will set you guys up and you can cook with us. So let's go.
Okay, now for my lasagna, it isn't exactly Gordon Ramsay. There's no fresh tomato sauce, there's no handmade noodles, okay. But this is the way I make it. So, 2 jars of Tallarico's Sunday sauce.
So official.
Why pay more lasagna noodles? Ground beef.
The chips is all I get right now.
Fresh Italian bread, and I prefer the pre-sliced.
Because who needs to slice things?
And they slice it perfectly. Okay, I'm really disappointed. I usually get the big bag of mozzarella, but they don't have any. So I'm going to get 3 bags just in case. I'd rather have too much and not enough.
RIP.
What?
R.I.P.
Ricotta cheese. Now what I do is I get the big one like this, and you'll see when we get home that I make my own concoction, and then what I don't use, I freeze.
Ooh, spicy. Alright, bananers, so y'all just saw us. We just left the store. We got a dessert that I did not put on camera, but we got muffins. So I will be in charge of making that. So the next time you see us will be when we are cooking everything. Okay, hey y'all, so we are about to set up in the kitchen, and I just want to throw out here really quickly, we were actually cooking like yesterday or something, and the kitchen's kind of messy, and we have a dishwasher in here that came broken. We're figuring that situation out, so this is me explaining myself. So yeah, let me set you guys up and we'll get a cooking.
Hi, we're gonna be cooking with Karen today. Now I want to explain that this lasagna is, you know, not Master Chef lasagna. It's not crazy ingredients, but what it is, it's cost effective. It'll feed your whole family, or it's something you can whip together and give to someone who's, you know, a friend who's having a housewarming or who's recovering from being ill or something, or a surgery. It's a quick lasagna and it's good. And so let's get started. I'm sorry for my messy hair, but Hannah insists I take my hat off.
Yeah, it was casting a shadow.
So anyway, I start with my biggest pot, and I'll tell you why. And you fill it up with water. And what you don't want to do is use too small of a pot, and then the noodles are too bunched up, or the water cooks off too much, and then you don't have enough water in there. You need them to have room, and then they don't stick. So we're going to fill this up. A little bit of oil, whether it's olive oil, vegetable oil, it really doesn't matter. Some people say it's a no-no because their theory is the oil will make the sauce slide off of the noodles afterwards, but I don't find that to be the case. I do this so that the noodles don't stick.
I mean, it's all going to the same place anyway.
Put that on high. I'm going to add just a little bit of salt. Alright, so that's going to take a little while. So in the meantime, and then while the noodles are heating up, I mean not the noodles, the water, you start your pot for the meat. It's just ground beef. This is 85% lean. Now, I just grabbed whatever. I have no preference.
We said this is not Gordon Ramsay.
No, and he would probably cringe at the way I'm doing this. But like I said, it's cost effective and it'll feed a whole family. The leaner your meat is, a little more expensive it might be. Like this was, I think $7, which is kind of pricey for ground beef. I think 90% lean would be a lot cheaper. Like you're talking $5, 5 and change. You could also use any kind of meat or no meat, or you could use vegan meat. You could use sausage, veal, anything you want. A combination. I wouldn't overpower the meat though if you're going to use meat. If my other two daughters were here to eat it, I would be using vegan meat so that they could eat it too. Well, actually Rebecca couldn't eat it because of the cheese, but this is almost done. It doesn't take long. See? You want all that pink out. For those who have never done it before, you want it to all be brown. You don't want big chunks in there, so that's why I keep... See how fine it's getting? It's almost done. And you don't want to overcook your meat. You don't want it burnt. That's why you should really pay attention to it. Don't walk away from it too long. Okay, this is done. So, what we're going to do now is I have a... You want to follow me? I have a small strainer set up. And you want to strain this fat off. Look at that.
Oh.
Yeah, you don't want that in your mixture. This really should be going into something, not down my drain, but look at that. Alright, back in. See how that looks? It's exactly how I want it to look. And then I get, there you can see that, Tallarico's pasta sauce, and I get our Sunday sauce.
Not sponsored, by the way.
Can you see that? I don't know if you can. They have a whole bunch of brands, I mean flavors, but I like their Sunday sauce. And Tallarico's, for how cost effective it is, it's like maybe $2.79 a jar, which is actually pretty cheap for pasta sauce. Like I said, I don't make my own homemade sauce. It's actually pretty good. I mean, some of the spaghetti sauces are really expensive, and they're not even that good.
Seamless open.
And then we're going to put that in there.
The whole jar?
Yep, we're going to put 2 jars in here. Oh. And then what I do is I keep it upside down so that we get the rest of it. Remember when you're doing this, don't bang the glass. I did that once.
Did you really?
Yeah, and it shattered everywhere. Sauce went everywhere.
As an adult?
Yeah. Ooh, because I wasn't paying attention. Very gently mix this together. Otherwise, it'll just spurt everywhere. And then we're just going to set this aside. This is regatta cheese. This is part skim. I usually like whole, but they didn't have any, and I get Giant brand. But this will work. Now I use, I can't read how many ounces that is.
This is 32.
All right, now you won't need the whole 32 for the pan, but what I do is I mix my stuff, and then what I don't use, I put back in this container, and then I freeze it. And it'll be ready then for me when I want to make more. All right. So we're going to just put everything in. And Hannah, may I have, let's see, oregano, garlic salt, that Italian mixture stuff. I mean, you can use whatever seasonings you like.
Sorry, this might take a while. Honey got in here and rearranged. You said oregano, garlic salt, and the Italian.
Yeah, it's in has a green lid, I think.
Right. The organic will be organic.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, it's like almost all gone. All right. Get some salt, some pepper, always.
Yes, chef.
Thank you.
You're welcome, chef.
And
Wait. Okay, go.
you know, you start adding it in. That's the oregano. Here's some garlic salt. And this is organic Italian seasoning. I needed it for, I forget what I made. And I really, really like it. I don't know if it has to be organic, but it's probably like all Giant had that day.
That smells good.
Yeah. But you'll probably need more because this is actually a lot here. And really, that's it. That's what I do. And I'm gonna set that aside so that I can work with it later. I'm gonna keep the container, like I said, so that anything left over, even if it's just like a third of this, it's still worth keeping because you might throw it into, you know, you wanna even just make some baked ziti. You could throw it in there. So we'll keep that. And for now, that's where we're at, and I think we can, well, I'll see you at the next segment. All right, lasagna noodles. I get the store brand lasagna noodles. I don't get those pre-cooked noodles that they have that, I've never done that. The only way, and the bougie noodles don't taste any better. The only way you're going to get better noodles is if you make your own noodles. And I've never done that. I don't have a pasta machine or whatever, but I'm sure it would be awesome. So now you need 3 noodles per layer, and I would never go above 3 layers. So that's at least 9 noodles, right? You drop them individually. That's 2. 3.
Oh boy.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and I always drop a 10th in case something happens to one, like it rips or it gets blown up, whatever. And then you just save the rest.
And hope that your cat doesn't eat them.
And you set the timer. I'm going to set it for 11 minutes. I just wanted to show you something that periodically through the cooking process, you just want to do this very lightly with a fork. You know, stir them around. These are ready. As you can see, they're not firm anymore, but you don't want to overcook them. Okay, so now we're going to take them over to a big strainer. Don't use that little one. Oh, and I don't have it. Ready to strain our noodles. Big strainer. A lot of heat coming off. Whew. All right. Now you want to put some cold water on those suckers. All right, so now what we're going to do, while those are cooling down a little bit, we're going to start our oven. 350, perfect. Now we're going to get our pan. This is an ugly pan, but it works. And it's a 13 by 9 inch pan.
Mom, what happened to the other 13 by 9?
My daughter Hannah broke it.
It was an accident.
You're going to spray it with non-stick spray, at least this one, because it has no properties whatsoever to keep things from sticking. Okay, now what you want to do is just put a little bit of sauce at the bottom of your pan and swish it around. To start, like that. Doesn't have to like cover the whole thing. Now, I do it individually. I don't bring them over. And you lay them out. 1.
Just so you know, I'll probably like speed through this.
Yeah. 2.
All right, I'm gonna do my homework.
And 3. Okay. Now it's time for your ricotta. Okay. And you're gonna, I'm gonna show you this then. You're gonna put it on. You can be as generous as you want or as light as you want. I will show the camera. I'd say, you know, initially it might cost you like under $30 to make this, but if you already have sauce, you don't have to use the sauce I suggested, or you already have mozzarella cheese. You know, it's going to cut down on the price. See? It's about how it should look. Let me just get something for this. Next, I'm going to throw on some garlic powder, some oregano, and now mozzarella cheese. Again, I use Giant's brand, and a lot of times you can get these like 2 for $4, so that'll cut down on your price. Oh, you hear that? Our oven's ready. I will show you this as soon as I'm done. Again, use as much or as little as you want. I like it cheesy. It's about how I do it. And then I sprinkle some Parmesan cheese. Again, why pay more? There's no sense in, you know, spending all that money on the big brands. No reason for it. Next, it's more sauce. And you want to try and make this as even as you can. And you have to remember you have to get through all your layers. So, you know, you don't want to use it all and have none left. I'll show you. See that? Okay, now it's time for noodles. what I mean by not doing more than 3 layers? Look how full it's getting. And like if you were to use tofu in here, which I have used before, tofu totally blows up. I mean, blows up. And it's good. I thought my lasagna got freaking bomb with the, you know, the white tofu. But if you're going to use tofu instead of the regatta, then I suggest you make it in a pan like this. That's deeper, much deeper, and still only go the 3 like I taught you. Because you see how deep that is compared to this. It'll just give you a little bit more, because I was surprised by how much it blew up. I really was shocked. I only made it, I think, 1 time with the tofu, and I thought it actually tasted pretty good. But I was shocked. It's like, whoo! It was like a sponge. Your regatta won't be like that. It won't blow up like that at all. And then I have a leftover noodle that I didn't need, but that goes to the pup. Okay, before I go on, I just want to recap. You could substitute the regatta for tofu. You could substitute the meat for meatless meat. And I've done that. That tastes actually pretty good. I think that's about it. Yeah, you could totally make this vegan with the tofu. Or vegan cheese, but I'm not a big fan of the vegan cheese. And another thing to remember is that once this is cooked, this will freeze beautifully. You put them in the right containers, and you can apportion them out and enjoy them for months. The ultimate trick is non-stick aluminum foil. The best invention ever. And I don't get Reynolds. I get the Why Pay More brand. It is worth its weight in gold. The key to this is the non-stick side. The shiny side is not. The dull side is the non-stick side. So that is what you put down on your lasagna. Alright, and then we're done. So now we're just going to put it in the oven for an hour on 350.
This is what it looks like. It needs 15 minutes to cool, apparently, and then it's time to dive in.
And here's the presentation of the final product. And you should always let your pasta sit for 15 minutes before you cut into it.
Life hack. You know what that sounds like? Macaroni in a pot.
First one is always the hardest.
Now remember, we said this is not some Gordon Ramsay stuff. All All right, y'all, it's time. It's good as always. It is good as always. And I know we have some Parm cheese to throw on here as well. So, it's good.
Thank you.
You're so welcome. So that is it for today's video. If you enjoyed, be sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe. Join the Banana Bunch, join the family today. And if you want my mom to come back and do some more cooking, please let me know. And yeah, that's it. If you want to know what I'm going to be up to, all my social media will be listed down below like always, and I'll see you in the next one. Say bye.
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 Hose out.
What?
I got the hose out of
Good.
the shed.
Good. Chocolate break.
Ew!
Bless you.
No, thank you. No, that did not go into the mixture.
I was gonna